2 minutes remaining. Come on in and take a seat. We'll be getting started in 2 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are in the back of the room, please move forward to the front seats. Please move forward to the front seats.
Woo! Yeah! Friday already, Sheila.
Can you even wait a second?
Looking good,
How did
girl.
this happen?
Yeah, rainbows.
Who wore it
baby.
best?
Rainbows.
It's LeVar.
All right. What a week it's been.
It's been an incredible week,
It
y'all.
always
Would you
goes-
agree?
Y'all had a good week?
I mean, have we ever been to a meeting where we had so many parties literally every single night?
Right.
CEO dinner, 60th anniversary,
President's Club. How was that? Did y'all enjoy the President's Club night?
Can we give it up one more time for the 33 President's
stand
Club
up, guys, if
achievers
you-
we had?
Spoke last night. Go ahead and stand up one more time. 32. You guys were amazing. Wow.
I mean, I got to hand it to the crew. That last night went off without a hitch. I
really
mean,
did.
it was smooth. It was like fast.
Yeah, it was.
Somehow it felt that way. It was wonderful.
It was. It was awesome. I really enjoyed it. The reoccurring themes last night, Elevate. I heard a couple people talk about Elevate and how essential that was.
Consistency.
Yeah, so
Growth.
that's right.
It's amazing.
Wonderful messages. So
Thank you all for a phenomenal evening getting to celebrate you guys.
indeed, indeed. Do we have, what is it, survey or drawing next?
Oh, yes. If y'all haven't done so, I'm sure y'all saw it up here. For Thursday and today's survey, make sure you fill it out. If you've got opinions on how things could be better, this is your way to demonstrate it.
That's right. It's very fast. Have it over with and done.
And then I think we have one more
Drawing, yes. One final drawing, y'all. The illustrious.
pageant. Remember the rules. If you're not here when your name is called, guess what? You're out. That's right.
The illustrious pageant package. Super 160s. Suit, shirt, and tie.
How many names did you find in your pocket from last summer?
A bunch of names that we've drawn.
Ooh, a new one.
A new one. All right.
6,
9,
9,
9, 7.
7. Mitch Nardi.
Mitch Nardi. Where's Mitch at? Is that Mitch? Mitch!
Come on up.
Yes. Give it up for Mitch, y'all. That guy's well dressed. He's gonna make good use of this package. That's a sharp man right there. Patch pockets. I see you, bro. Congratulations, man.
Here you go.
All right, man.
Job.
No navies and grays. Something cool, okay? All right. Way to go, Mitch.
Let's turn our attention to the screen.
Right. Good. We are going to pause for station identification on that, and we're going to go to something else.
My favorite part of the week.
Yes.
I'm sure it's your favorite
It
part.
is,
Is getting to thank the staff at this amazing hotel
right?
that made all of this week possible.
That's right. We know this is one of our favorite places to come to every year, right?
Heck yes.
JW Marriott Marco Island. So if we could, let's welcome up the staff from the prestigious JW Marriott Marco Island.
Thank you so
Come
much.
on down. Thank you.
Thank you all
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
Really. Thank you so much.
You guys are
Thank
amazing.
y'all.
Thank
Thank y'all for
you.
making it fantastic
Yeah.
this week. Yes, I love high fives. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for making this possible. Thank you for
High
making it
five.
look easy.
Yes. Y'all
Thank
come
y'all
on
for
down.
making us comfortable and happy and healthy and terrific. Thank y'all. Come on down. We're going to do 2 lines on here. Thank y'all.
Yeah. What's
Thank
up,
you guys.
Carlos?
Gordon, thank you.
The
Thank you,
JW
sir.
Marriott Marco
Oh, that's
Island,
too high.
y'all.
I can't jump. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Come on, right here. We'll start
Come
making
on down.
There you go. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you, thank you. Y'all make it look easy.
Yes. Yes, yes,
Fun while
yes.
you're doing it. Thank you so much. Come right up. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. High
Come
five.
on up here.
Woo. Thank you.
Thank y'all. Woo. Come on.
All
up.
right.
And last but not least,
Give it up, guys, for JW Marriott. Yeah. Guys, we know that this place is beautiful. The beach is awesome. The pool is amazing, but it's always our favorite place to come back to, and it's because of you guys. The service, the look. Give it up, y'all, for JW Marriott Marco Island. Thank y'all so much. Thank you.
thank y'all for making
We
this
appreciate you all so much. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Love you guys.
Let's
Appreciate
give it up
you, man.
one more time, y'all,
Thank you
with
so
some
much.
enthusiasm and
Thank
gratitude.
you. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate y'all. Absolutely. Thank you, Cindy.
Thank y'all for everything. We'll see you next year.
You guys are wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And a special thanks to Beth Antognini,
Yes.
the Marriott event manager. So
Thank you,
thank
Beth.
y'all.
You guys are amazing. And let's keep it going, y'all. Let's thank our AV production team in the back that helps put this together.
Bryce Clark, Trevor Conrad, Todd Germany, Elizabeth Hudson, Michael Bowen, and Joy Fletcher.
Yes. Our breakout crew, Reed Andrews, Marcus Day, Dan Morgan, and Devin Sweat. Thank you all. AV team, thank you so much. Gonna invite them on stage.
Yeah.
All right.
And then can we get on stage our photographer, videographer, and teleprompter folks? Brandon Hafeli, Kurt Haneke, Gretchen Namamron, and Terry Keene. You get one next year, I promise. Thank y'all so
Our
much.
IT
Y'all make us
help
look
desk.
good.
Chris Snyder, come on up. Nick Belvedere, come on up from the IT help desk.
Let's also not forget the meeting team,
Yes.
y'all. Heather White, Nick Quijano, Alyssa Roan, and Aaron Skombeck.
Yes.
Thank you guys for putting up with our
Thank you, guys. What a wonderful meeting.
she
Thanks
is,
to this
the
crew right here.
queen.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you guys.
They're the-
Yes. Oh, thank y'all.
This is
so
the
much.
energy behind the meeting right here, y'all.
Thank you. Oh, you look fabulous. Oh, hello.
Great job. Our Tom James administration, Mary Jane Baker, Gus Simpson, come on up. Grace
Yeah.
Langford, Michelle Trivette,
Gabriel Mortensen, Jacqueline Coletta, Abby Roche, Matthew Perez, and Kevin
Narin.
Narin. Thank y'all. Thank you so much for everything. Thanks for putting up with us,
Mary
guys.
Jane, what job? Good
Thank
job,
y'all
Gus.
both. We appreciate y'all more than you
Thank
know.
you, thank you, thank you.
so much. Yes,
guys
I
are
haven't seen you in a
amazing.
long time. Thank you. I'll give you one. Oh. Y'all, these are the people that make this week possible. This is the folks that make this week phenomenal and go off without a hitch.
Yes.
Give them a huge
Give it up to the
round
meeting
of
team, y'all.
applause.
All right. And let's give it up for our MCs for the week, LeVar Smith and Sheila Khanna. Weren't they great? Should we bring them back in January? Yeah? I'm not emailing you this time. This is your, now you know. You're
What's
doing it
that?
in January.
What?
You are the MCs in January. I don't have to email you or text you.
If LeVar
They always
says yes,
ask. They're both.
I'm good. I'm game, baby.
All right.
I'm game.
then I say yes. Deal.
All right, thank you guys so
Thank
much.
y'all.
Appreciate you all. Thank you. And thank you all, Tom James, for the enthusiasm. Appreciate that. Now
My bad.
we can direct our attention to the screens. Thank you.
Please welcome to the stage your divisional president, Steve Nucci.
Good morning. Is it a great day at Tom James? Did you decide that this morning when you woke up? Are you sticking with it all day? Do you feel healthy? Do you feel happy? Do you feel terrific? It is a great honor to have the privilege to present to the top elite in our company. I want to start with something very basic. Before we recognize anyone this morning, I'd like to begin with something really simple. The word thank you. We are privileged to have 4 grandchildren under 3 and 2 more on the way. And in teaching them, when they're handed something, it's not natural to say thank you. They will get something at the store, or they'll get something from someone. And what's the first thing you do with a small child? You look over and you say, what do you say? So I just wanted to start with a thank you. Thank you to our company for setting up this initiative. Thank you to our leadership for creating something extraordinary. One of the things I've learned over the years is that gratitude gives us perspective. It reminds us that none of us succeeds alone. Every person in this room has had someone who believed in them, someone who invested in them, someone who opened a door, someone who encouraged them when they needed it most. And if you pause for a second and think of that, one of my strong encouragements is take a moment, send them a note. The art of notes is somewhat lost, and in this time, it's really amazing how getting a handwritten note, especially post something like this, it's really special. I have a drawer that I saved. Surprisingly, it's not that full. And not because people hadn't thought, but because the art of writing something. So if there's someone who invested in you, opened a door, said something to you encouraging, think about sending them a note. We've all been given an incredible opportunity through Tom James. The question has never been whether the opportunity is there. The question is really simply, what will we do with it? As we celebrate our 60th anniversary this past week, I think it's worth remembering that for 60 years, our company has continued to grow because ordinary people committed themselves to doing extraordinary things consistently. One appointment, one relationship, one referral, one new client, repeated over and over again. And that's exactly what we're recognizing this morning with our top 25 who have produced remarkable results. But production really isn't the story. Production is simply the scoreboard. The story is about their habits, their discipline, their professionalism, their ownership, and yes, their consistency. The willingness to continue growing long after success could have been comfortable. It reminds me of Mr. Hayes' quote that he often shared with us. Success isn't something you get and you've got it. It's about continuing to grow and having fun while you're doing it. I think this year's theme that we started with in January fits really perfectly. Here we grow. What I admire most about this group isn't where they've arrived, it's that they continue to grow. They continue to learn. They continue to stretch themselves, still looking for that next opportunity to improve. As a side note, you notice once you see these top 25 today on the screen and up front on the stage, you might remind yourself of how many times you were sitting next to them in a session and they were feverishly taking notes, wanting to learn, wanting to grow, wanting to stretch. And here's what I hope everyone remembers. Don't admire them. Study them. Watch what they do. Emulate. Follow. Because what they've done isn't reserved for a select few. Each one of them will say to you repeatedly that it's a repeatable process. It's teachable. It's duplicatable. It's available to every person willing to believe, commit, stay coachable, and consistently execute the fundamentals. Their production may be unique, but their habits are not. That's why today isn't simply about recognizing achievement, it's about celebrating what's possible. I want to congratulate our top 25 for 2026, and I'd like to now invite our divisional leadership team to the front, to the right of the stage. As I call each top 25 achiever to the stage, please come forward to join us for a photo with our CEO, our president, and your respective division president. Then you can return to your seat. You all know me pretty well. I like detail. So I'd ask that you'd enter on this side of the stage, take your photo, and exit on this side of the stage. So without any further ado, look at the screen. Number 25, Miss Louisa Liu. Number 23, Joe Price. Number 22, Miss Bridget Benussi. Number 20, Sarah Bentley. Number 19, Jason Porter. Birthday to you. Number 18, Ricky B. Number 17, Fran Kabeski. Number 16, Jack Tierney. And number 15, Ben Lawler.
Man, love you, buddy.
Number 14, Mark Cleve and Ann Cleve. Number 12, Heather Milsage. Number 11, Jill Scott.
Thank you. Well done.
You bet. At number 10, Jim Poston. At number 9, Greg Pittman. Ready, buddy? Appreciate you, pal. Yep. You got. Thanks, buddy. At number 7, Jared Myers. Jared Myers. Thank you, buddy. At number 6, Dan Milas. Thank you all for your support and that recognition. I think it's worthy, if you don't mind, one more really resounding round of applause for our top 25. Now, we move to another level. Every person we just recognized had an exceptional year. But 5 individuals separated themselves from an already extraordinary group. Think about that for a moment. Out of nearly 500 world-class sales professionals across the entire globe, these 4 people finished at the very top. And that doesn't happen because of one great month or one great season. It happens because excellence has become a way of life for them. Because preparation becomes a habit, because discipline becomes part of who they are. Their production is impressive, but what impresses me even more is how they've earned it. Through service, through professionalism, through consistency. They care deeply about their clients, and they continue to grow. They're proof that excellence isn't an event. It's a decision made over and over again. I'd also encourage every new partner in the room and every seasoned veteran in this room to pay attention. Don't simply celebrate these 5, learn from them. Ask questions. Study what they do. Success always leaves clues, and these 5 have left plenty. It's my privilege to recognize the top 5 sales professionals in our company, and I'd like to start at number 4 with Amanda Latimer. As Amanda makes her way to the stage with her family, hey, buddy. How you doing? Hi. Hi, handsome. Would you stand here while I say a couple things? So I wanted to just share a couple things. Amanda, congratulations. When I think of sustained excellence, I think of you. Year after year, you've earned your place among the very best in our company. Staying in the top 5 once is incredibly difficult. Doing it over and over again is what defines greatness. You've become one of the standard bearers of excellence for Tom James, and you've accomplished it with professionalism, humility, and an unwavering commitment to your clients and your family. Congratulations on another remarkable year. Each of our top 5 recipients earns after their first time, they earn a gift. And they choose whatever they want to spend their money on, and Amanda chose this bag. And I don't know if you know, but ask her about it sometime. She has a collection, and part of the reason she's done that is because every time she carries them, she thinks about her achievement and about Tom James. Would you all give her a round of applause? Thank you. Good to see you, buddy. Proud of you guys. Our number 3, would you welcome to the stage Miss Cheyenne Peacock? Would you allow me to say a couple things?
Do it.
Congratulations. What you've accomplished over the past 2 years has been nothing short of incredible. Breaking into the top 5 is difficult. Moving from your first appearance to number 3 is absolutely exceptional. You've established yourself as one of the premier lady clothiers in our company while continuing to grow in your influence, your generosity, and the amount that you invest in those around you. It is really exciting to watch your trajectory, and I have a feeling that your best years are still yet ahead. Cheyenne chose for her gift a Submariner date. It's this guy right here, I believe, correct? So one of the things that I hope that you do, Jordan made a comment to me. He said, when I first saw Jose Perez achieve his watch, I couldn't wait to go touch it. And Jose was generous enough to let him put it on his wrist. And he said to me, I said, do you really want to make people bring this gift? And he said, if one person gets inspired to want to achieve this level because of showing the gift, I want to bring the gift. So congratulations, and thank you. Would you welcome to the stage our number 2 world-class sales professional, Steven Adelsberg. Come over here for a sec. For more than 2 decades, for those that aren't good with math, that's over 20-something years. You've been the benchmark. When people talk about what it meant to be the very best at Tom James, your name always is part of that conversation. You've never simply built an extraordinary business. You've built people, you've developed leaders, and you've raised the standard for our entire company. Every great relay eventually involves passing the baton. Watching you help mentor and encourage the next generation while continuing to perform at an elite level says as much about your character as it does about your accomplishments. Thank you for everything you've contributed to our company. Thank you for setting a standard of what to do in our company, how to grow. Steve chooses to use his gift and donates to the Jefferson Pancreatic Cancer Research Foundation. Love you, buddy. Love you. Thanks. And now, for number 1 in the world, would you all welcome to the stage Jordan Yoakum. for a second. Congratulations doesn't seem like quite enough. Every generation has someone who redefines what's possible. And Tom James, you've done exactly that. You haven't just become our #1 sales professional worldwide, you've raised the bar for what excellence can look like in our business. Breaking record after record doesn't happen by accident. It happens because of relentless discipline, extraordinary service, and an unwavering commitment to continual improvement. The fact that you're on pace to become the first person in our company's history to surpass 10,000 units, and through our goal setting, eventually perhaps 12,000, is remarkable. But what impresses me even more is that you've never let the numbers define you. You've remained grounded, you continue to serve your clients, invest in others, and represent our company with humility and professionalism. You model for most, if not all, of our younger partners what it looks like to be a family man. You consistently show what your priorities are, and you help us understand how, yes, in fact, we can do it all. Jordan, thank you for inspiring all of us to think bigger and for what's possible for each one of us. Congratulations on an extraordinary accomplishment. Jordan chose this Yachtmaster 42 as his gift, and I'd like to present that now on behalf of our company. Congratulations. Love you, Tom. These individuals that we've recognized didn't become top 5 because they chased ranking. They became top 5 because they relentlessly served their clients, invested in relationships, stayed committed to fundamentals, and kept growing. What defines people is not how well they do, it's what they do when they recover. These top 25 extraordinary individuals have had the same challenges that each of you have. Cancellations, no-shows, pitch no sales, poor fittings, etc., etc. And yet, they showed up. The last 5 here became top 5 because they played at another level. I would like to offer to each of the recipients today, both top 25 and top 5, a congratulations from our board, from our factories, from our administration, and from all of your partners here in this room. Thank you for representing what's possible. Thank you for representing our culture. Thank you for helping all of us continue to raise our standards. And as we have celebrated 60 years of Tom James Company, you are help writing the next chapter of our story. We are proud of you. Congratulations to each of you. Thank you.
To introduce our closing speaker, we welcome to the stage Duncan Ham.
All right. You hear me? Super. What an honor to have a chance to introduce Madam Highsmith. Last night, I heard several people mention to choose who you're going to spend your time with and who you're going to surround yourself with. And I've been truly blessed to have spent the last 30 years of my life surrounded by a wonderful man named Adam Highsmith. We met, I think, in 1995. We both showed up to a job in high school to do some landscaping and odd jobs, if you will. And that was the first time we worked together. And then we worked together in college, serving fried chicken at the Daniel Boone Inn in Boone, North Carolina. I started in August of '01 at Tom James, and Adam called me and said, "What are you doing?" It's like, "I'm selling suits. You may get you a job." He started in September. Adam is married to Melanie Highsmith, who I believe is here. And if you don't know Melanie, if for some reason Adam got nervous, she could jump up here and give this speech herself because she's amazing. They've been married for 13 years next month. They have 3 beautiful children, Reese, 11, twins, Holland and Hayes, pick up the names there, who are 8. I had a chance to work with Adam in Charlotte for many years, and some of you may not know he's now in Charleston, but his high water mark was at 2,600 units when he was in Charlotte, and his last month in Charlotte was at the peak of his sales. He left on top. He has hired and trained 6 President's Club members. He moved to Charleston about a year ago. He applied in our LAP program. In his first year, he sold 1,250 units. And this year, Charleston, get this, I mean, you can't make this up. They're up 19.66% for the year, which I thought was rather clever since that's when we were founded. This is the 60-year anniversary, but that's like Adam. I'll finish with this because knowing somebody for 30 years, I could stand up here and talk about how wonderful he is for about an hour. But I'm a questioner, and ChatGPT is wonderful for questioners. We get to ask it any question. I ask it questions all day long. And one of the questions I asked it when I was thinking about Adam, I said, where does the quote, "consistent as the day is long," come from? And it said it isn't attributed to a single person. Instead, it's an English idiom that evolved from the older expression "as long as the day," which has been used for centuries to mean something that is abundant, enduring, and unmistakable. Variations such as honest as the day is long, consistent as the day is long, reliable as the day is long, true as the day is long. All build on the same idea: daylight is steady, predictable, and obvious. So comparing someone to the day is long emphasizes that a trait is constant and unquestionable. The underlying phrase dates back hundreds of years, with related expressions appearing in English literature as early as Shakespeare. So if you say he is consistent as the day is long, you're saying that his consistency is unwavering. You can count on him every single day. It's a great phrase to describe someone who is dependable, disciplined, or predictable in a positive way. I couldn't think of a better way to describe Adam Highsmith.
Well, thank you, Duncan. What an honor this is to be able to close this out, our 60th year as a company. Y'all just take a look around this room. I mean, seriously, just look around. We have 500 or so producers in this space, and just the sheer span of life and career represented here, it's unbelievable, isn't it? And we have rookies who are just graduated from college in their 20s. Many have been with our company only 30 days. Their eyes are wide, and they're probably wondering if they have what it takes to survive in this business. And then we have the legends in this room, right? Many in their 60s and 70s, and have been carrying the banner of this company for 50 years. We have people in this crowd right now who are coming off the best season of their entire career. And we have people sitting right next to them whose best year was a decade ago, wondering if their best days are behind them. But I want you to know, no matter where you fall on that spectrum, you absolutely belong in this room. But I want to clear something up before I get off and run. And I didn't want to stand up here today and do a motivational speech or hand out a generic list of success tips. and I certainly didn't want to talk to you about how easy our business is. I wanted to talk to you this afternoon about what it takes to stay in the game and why you should. So my story with this company started almost 25 years ago. As Duncan mentioned, I was hired on September the 4th, 2001. I was fresh out of college, ready to take on the world, and the second week on my job, the world changed forever. It was 9/11. My leader, who was in the President's Club and had been here over a decade, she quit. So I was less than 1 month into my career. The country was in shock. The economy was frozen. I had no leader, and I panicked. I immediately started interviewing anywhere that would take a resume. And it took a few months, but thankfully I found another job, another sales job. They hired me on a Friday, and when I showed up on Monday for work, the same gentleman who had hired me said that over the weekend he thought about it and he changed his mind. He said, "You know, Adam, I thought about all the reasons why you were leaving Tom James. Because of 9/11, there's a lot of rejection on the phone. Because of 9/11, people weren't going into the office. They thought their building might be hit. People were not dressing up anymore. And this is after the dot-com boom. The economy was in shambles." He said, "Adam, and why you had a great list. And it sounded socially acceptable as to why you should leave the company. There was only one problem with your list. You weren't on it." And he said, "Adam, we're going to have a list here too. It'll be different than that list, but we're going to have one. And unless you are always on your list of why you are not successful, not only will you not be successful here, but you won't be successful anywhere." And I'm sorry to be so blunt, but I hope that this takes you to a place of responsibility so that you can grow. And y'all, I wish I could tell you that at that point everything turned around for me and I became this smashing success at Tom James, but I did not. Far from it. And you talk about a mess. You ever been there? You ever been there? Everything's in a knot, goes belly up. Everything you've always been able to count on coming true for you doesn't. Y'all, if you looked at my life and career at that exact moment, it looked like a disaster. It reminded me of like a painter. And when they have a fresh new canvas and you watch them start, the first few strokes, they look completely random. They're just strange blotches of color and colors that makes no sense. And if you're watching them and you judge them by the first few strokes, you would tell the artist just to give up. You've made a mistake. But that's the exact trap that many of us fall into, isn't it? Those confusing brushstrokes of our current season, sometimes we judge our entire futures by those. Or worse than that, we start to look at someone else's canvas, how it's coming along. And that part trips us up every single time. Y'all, it took me 6 long years to hit President's Club. Let that sink in. Think about that. 6 years. And we've always had talented people coming to Tom James. And during those years, those 6 years, many people would start and hit President's Club in 12 months. And y'all, I felt inadequate. I felt behind. I questioned everything. But here's what I beg of you today, is to reconsider the relationship you have with comparison. We all know it. Comparison is the thief of, y'all are a smart crowd. But do you believe that? And if so, do you still participate in it? You see, the moment that you start measuring someone else's middle against your beginning, you lose. You either start thinking that you're better than someone else, just makes you arrogant, or you're thinking that you're worse, which paralyzes you. And maybe you look at social media, or you look at someone down the hall from you, or you look at people you went to school with, and you let their timeline dictate your worth. Let me just pause here and say, give yourself permission to love you just the way God made you. And y'all, you're doing great. You are. And I want to see each of you win, not just in Tom James, but in life. And take care of yourself. How many of you notice that a good night's sleep, it makes you feel better, doesn't it? Eating real food versus processed food, that's a better choice. We know this. And going for a walk, getting some fresh air, that's better than doom scrolling. I mean, that's always the right play, isn't it? But again, we're talking about doing well here over the long term. These things will be required of you. It's about stamina. The game of Tom James, doing well over the long term, will require you taking care of you. In addition to comparison, the other critical part of your life that you absolutely must examine to do well here in order to grow is your self-image. We've talked about it this week. And without working on this continually, you just won't grow. And anyone saying all that affirmation stuff, goal setting, character traits thing, reading books, that's just not for me. Well, that's like trying to bake a cake with no flour. It's just an essential ingredient. I mean, you'll get something out of the oven. It just won't be a cake. You know how I know? Don't fool yourself, guys. Do the things that Tom James says works. Hear me on this. The Adam who took 6 years to President's Club looked terrible when compared to the fast starters. But the Adam standing on today looks pretty good. Same guy, just a different point on the timeline. And we're all, don't get me wrong, I was working those first few years, 6 years, but it was the picture that was the issue, the picture that I had of myself. And y'all, your career, your life, your purpose, it can't be measured in months or even quarters. You have to start thinking in terms of decades. If you don't believe me, start asking your small business owner clients. Seriously, start asking them. Ask them about what their 3 to 5 first years look like. They'll tell you about the messy brushstrokes. They'll tell you about the chaos before the picture made sense. I'm reminded here of something that, Nucci, it might go on my tombstone. I know you've identified what you want on yours. This might be mine. Faith and fear have a lot in common. They both believe that what you can't see will actually happen to you. Let me say that again. Faith and fear have a lot in common. They both believe that what you can't see will actually happen to you. Y'all, look at your future with faith, no matter where you are on your journey. Live with this hopeful expectancy that things will always work out well for me. I can't wait to see how this one plays out. Because we're all just working on our own canvas, right? And when the strokes get messy and the days get heavy, because they will, you've got to learn to change your mindset from panic to perspective. So for the farmers in the room, I heard an old story years ago that taught me exactly how to do this. It's a Chinese proverb called, "We'll see." And it goes like this. Once upon a time, there was an old farmer who had worked his crops for many years. One day, his horse ran away. Upon hearing the news, his neighbors came to visit. "Such bad luck," they said sympathetically. "You must be so sad." "We'll see," replied the old farmer. The next morning, the horse returned, bringing with it 2 other mares. "How wonderful," the neighbors exclaimed. "Not only did your horse return, but you received 2 more. What great fortune you have." "We'll see," replied the farmer. The following day, his son was trying to ride one of the untamed horses, was thrown, and broke his leg. The neighbors again came to offer their sympathy on his misfortune. "Now your son cannot help you with the farming," they said. "What terrible luck you have." "We'll see," replied the old farmer. The following week, military officials came to the village to conscript young men into the army. Seeing that the son's leg was broken, they passed him by. The neighbors congratulated the farmer on how well things had turned out. "Such great news. You must be so happy." The old man smiled to himself again and said, "We'll see." So let's talk about that. We'll see. I've had a few of those in my career here. Started in my 20s, I'm in my 40s, so I got a couple of life scars that I can share. Okay, so raise your hand if you like surprises. Who's into that? I know we get some surprise people in here, right? Liars. You like the good things that you weren't expecting. But the bad things, those are surprises too. But we call those problems. But you need them both. You know why? because your resolve from how you deal with the problems, that's what builds you. The ability to choose your response from those and to shorten your stimulus to that response. That's how you make meaning in the chaos. That's when you start to build the muscle of self-confidence and increasing your self-image. I have a question for you. You ever ask yourself, like you've seen somebody go by and you're like, that person's so confident. You ever ask yourself, what makes someone confident? Confident in the unknown, the obstacles they've never faced before. I believe it's been said this week that confidence is built by someone having a track record of making and keeping small commitments and promises to themselves. After a while of doing those, they can move on to bigger ones. Next thing you know, they can look at something massive in front of them and say, I can do that. A few we'll see moments that come to mind from my journey so far are certainly the start of my career, but I left out how that story ended. The one about how I told you I was hired on a Friday and then fired on Monday, or not allowed to start. So one day, I was at my desk in the Tom James office, entering names. And my leader, Keith Brown, asked if I had a minute. I was busy, but I said, sure. He said, come out to the parking lot. And of note, this is only a few weeks after that previous sales company had not allowed me to come on. So we walked out the parking lot. Keith's car is sitting there, and I can barely see in the windows. It's packed. And Keith just casually walks up to one of the back doors, opens it up, and he said, Adam, one of my top clients is retiring. In my car, there's Holland & Sherry suits, sport coats. There must be 20 of them. There's Royal Classic and Ventura shirts in here, ties, pants, everything. Adam, it's an entire wardrobe. And I looked, and he's almost your exact same measurements. Do you want them? Keith, you remember that? We'll see, right? Another we'll see moment was when COVID hit. And people started quitting Tom James pretty fast. I too was wondering, how's this about to play out? Like, what are our options here? Are people cleaning up their resumes? Are we about to go out of business? Are my partners going out there anyway? What's my next move here? One morning, after leading a virtual devotional for our company in late March, I got a voicemail. And sound booth, if you wouldn't mind, we're going to listen to that right now.
Hey, bud, no need to call me back unless you just want to. I just want to say great job this morning. I'm glad to be in business with you, buddy. I have subscribed to the mindset of I'm not going to stop until I get it. And positive or negative, what that means is I'm not going to stop until I either get my quota or I get the virus. But I'm not going to stop until I get it. Take that for what it's worth. See you, buddy.
Thank you, Jordan. So after hearing that voicemail, I too decided I got to get there and fight. I need to help save this company, help save what I've built. We'll see. How about this we'll see moment? About how they made the move last year from the amazing office of Charlotte, North Carolina, to the incredible office of Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston, shout out. So I've obviously had countless of you, come up to me and ask me about that, almost in like this bewilderment type of a stare, like, hey man, like midlife crisis guys, they usually just get a tattoo or a red car or something, like, are you okay? And usually I've just said something tongue-in-cheek like, oh, we moved just to mix it up, or we like the beach. But here's how I came to face down one of the toughest decisions in my life so far. So these are kind of more or less my 3 reasons for deciding to do something big and why you should too, be it this coming season or over the next 12 months. So number 1 is years ago I heard about a goal that Jim McEachern had. His goal was to make his wife Arlene the happiest woman on earth. So I adopted that goal. My goal is to make Melanie Highsmith the happiest woman on earth. I don't know, is Melanie here yet? I told her to be here at about 11. She's might be running a little bit late. This is awkward if she's not here yet. I don't think she's here. Well, we'll let her watch the video. She's going to love it. So Melanie and I have always loved vacationing to Charleston and want to retire there someday. But when the opportunity came up to move there 20 years earlier, I said, yeah, man, you can do this. It was a tough decision, though, in a lot of ways, logically, because to give up what I'd built for 25 years, 2,500 unit business, Hannah Falk and others on my team. But it was doable because, again, one of my big filters through making tough decisions in my life is filtered through, is this going to make my wife, Melanie, one of the happiest women on earth? And that's what drives me now. That's my purpose. But my purpose has changed, and it probably should change. That's what makes life fulfilling and rich, isn't it? So the number one reason I want to do something challenging was for Melanie. But for those of you who cannot relate, because you're not married, you're like, good for you, married guy, I'm single. Here's the deal. I got married later in life. I've been married for 12 years at Tom James, but I did the first 12 years single. So while we're on the topic of purpose, I want to talk to you a little bit about purpose as a single person. So purpose can certainly be big, right? Like your meaning for existence, like why you're placed on earth, the big stuff. But having done Tom James as a single person, I can tell you a lot of the times that stuff seemed very far away from me. So one of the first big goals that I really had was a little bit longer than like a short-term goal, but not like life's purpose type of stuff. So I have a younger brother. He's 8 years younger than me. His name's AJ. I remember he was graduating high school. So I'm sitting there thinking in my 20s, I'm like, maybe I should get him like a really nice pair of shoes or like a TV for his dorm. But I decided to give him a memory. We had a cash bonus running, a 3-month cash bonus at that time, and I gave my brother a printout of an upcoming vacation that he and I would be taking, just the two of us, that I had not saved one penny towards. But I dedicated it to him, and I hit it, and I hit the full maximum of that bonus. And I was able to pay for a 4-day trip for he and I to go to Las Vegas, the Grand Canyon, and surrounding parks, hotels, flights, food, all of it paid for through Tom James bonuses through a passionate, short-term purpose as a single person that I'd found. Another one, it's called Beds for Kids. A friend of mine in Charlotte, he had found out that there was a decent amount of children and their mother, typically it'd be a mom and 3 kids, moving from homelessness to government-subsidized apartments. And in that situation, they'd have many things given to them: clothing, a TV, food, but no furniture. He said, Adam, I've been thinking about it. I think for around $800, I can fully furnish an apartment through Goodwill and maybe some donations. Do you want in? And I was all in. So I started with funding 1 apartment a month, and then 2, and then 3, and so on. And y'all, on Saturdays, we'd go personally deliver this furniture and set it up for these families. And seeing the faces on these little children as they first jump on a bed that they've never slept on, I was all in. And y'all, this company grew. It grew big. You can see, I think the picture was up there, but like we ended up getting a warehouse. I mean, it became like a massive organization. And y'all, my sales flourished. Not because I got all fired up all of a sudden to make dials, but because I was helping others. And again, in my singleness, I needed that because I'd easily let myself off the hook or just go with less. But there's no way I was going to let one of those families down that I committed to furnishing their apartment. Let me ask you, what would you never want to disappoint? Who would you want to never disappoint or let down? Do you have something right now like that? In and out of Tom James? Someone that you would absolutely move heaven and earth for? I would encourage you to do so. Number 2 reason why I moved and decided to do something big and why you should too was from advice that I got from a client of mine years ago, a very wealthy client of mine. This is way before I was a married man or a father. I was with him one day and I asked him casually, I said, Carl, what are you up to this weekend? He gave me some things he's going to do, but one of them caught me off guard. He said, I have to cut the grass. And this man lived in a mansion, and so did his neighbors. And just the thought of this guy going out mowing his yard, it just did not make sense to me. So I'm like, Carl, why would you mow your own yard? Without hesitation, he said, because of my dad. And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, Adam, he said, my kids see me get up in the morning, put on my Tom James clothes, get my high-end car, and leave. And 12 to 14 hours later, I show up back at the house. They go to private school. We take elaborate vacations. They never see their dad work hard. They just see him gone all the time. So I want them to watch me break a sweat. So that's the second reason why I decided to move and do something hard, was because I want my kids right beside me while they watch dad do something really hard, rebuild his business from the ground up. And y'all, it's been really hard. And we talk about it as a family every night. And I'm transparent with them about it, how hard it is. But I let them know, Dad's going through something hard, but I refuse to quit. I'm going to get after it again tomorrow, and you should too, through your hard. Because I know that they have a front row seat watching me. My wife's watching me. You are watching me. And y'all, that's how trust is built, isn't it? People saying what they do and then doing what they say. Trusting in yourself and others trusting in you. But you know what I know about each and every one of you? Is that you are incredibly strong and you can do hard things. You know how I know that? Because so far, you've survived 100% of your hardest days. And as far as your future goes, remind yourself that you're stronger than that past version of yourself. And you're now equipped to not just survive through those situations, but to thrive in them, aren't we? And guys, we get two legacies, the ones that we're born with and the ones we create. Let me ask you a question. Think about this. I'm not just saying this to be trite. Think about this. What kind of a mark are you actually leaving behind right now? Because you're going to be remembered for something. What do you want that to be? Many of you remember the name Zach Frank. He was a young man in his 20s in the Boston office who very unexpectedly lost his life here a few years ago. And while here, he crushed it. He sold at a high level. He led. He thought big. He applied himself. Personally, I never met him. But I've only heard really positive things about his work ethic, his drive, his character. How about you? How do you want people to describe how you do work? Better yet, if we were to strap a GoPro to your head for a week and your office is to watch that game film, what would we see? And if that question made you feel a little bit uncomfortable, there's time. It's okay. Run and finish your race well. You can course correct at any time. You only get one chance at this game called life, and make the hard choices. Do the right thing when no one's looking. Be someone that your future self will be proud of, that your future directs, maybe your future children. Keep telling yourself you can do hard things, because you absolutely can. And our work at Tom James, it has no end. It's a process. And stop wishing things were different. Just focus on getting better. And you can start over at any minute. And it's not the end. You can start over mentally, or you can do something crazy like this guy and move and start over. But John Lennon has a wonderful quote seen here, and I believe it. He says, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. And doing hard things alone, it's not wise, and it's not necessary. You need someone or someone's in your ear cheerleading you. You don't need someone to say, yeah, my day ain't going so well either. Let's meet for happy hour. Y'all, in my early days, Duncan and LeVar were those guys for me. Quitting the day, quitting the company, it wasn't an option. And doing hard things in our brotherhood, it was at our core. And we still talk all the time. LeVar and I talk every single day. And 26 years into this, we're still counting on each other. Y'all, did you know that LeVar Smith is moving again to start his Tom James business for the 4th time? And Duncan, he's leading multiple offices. He's got 12 directs, sells over Chairman's Club. Y'all, it's at the foundation that we have given each other and continue to provide for each other in the R3 group. It's a backbone for us. And sometimes you need people louder in your ear than what you're saying to yourself, don't we? And others need that from you, just like you need that from them. And y'all, watch yourself talk. Some things you're saying to yourself, you'd never say to someone else. And you are someone else's leader. Someone's watching you. Someone is. It doesn't matter where you are in your career. You don't know how your story will be used. 6 years to President's Club guy gets to give the closing speech. Don't quit. You're the most influential player in your story. Is quitting one of your options if things gets hard? How long can you endure? I've found that your priorities determine your capacity. And y'all, this is a wonderful place for you to grow in your character. I've learned that doing the hard things I don't want to do at work makes me a more selfless dad. That being challenged to work on my vision, it makes my wife feel more safe about our future. Than being asked to examine all areas of my life, it's made me a more consistent friend. That thinking about legacy, it's made me a more understanding son. And the last reason why I chose to do something harder than I would have otherwise is to start over and to build something bigger than myself, than my little local story, to build the state. I wanted the exhilaration of building it the way that I'd always wanted to. Not just seeing which clients I might be able to retrain and which ones I couldn't, but just to start from scratch with clean systems. Again, to leave my state or my fingerprints on the state of South Carolina and to build something big. But I'm doing it differently this time. Things like, I have not seen anyone past 5 o'clock. No weekend appointments. I've sold no ready-made. I've done no discount packages, no rush orders. And I drove 7,800 miles for work last year and sold 1,300 units. Why? Because my priorities have shifted. And I'm proud of it because I've chosen this time to protect my time, my stress, and to be more present. Y'all, make Tom James your own. Do it with purpose in a way that allows you to build something that's meaningful to you. I saw the visual up here, but this is kind of like my life bouquet. Todd Brown challenged me to do this years ago, and it's something that I want to live by and strive for. Thank you, Todd. So as the unofficial chaplain of Tom James, let me share something with you. I personally believe that God created the universe, and he did it on purpose. And I believe that within that purpose, along with setting the stars and the planets into motion, he also created you. And he did it on purpose. And God has a plan for your life. And if you hear nothing else from me today, I want you to know that you were created on purpose and for a purpose. Part of my move in doing something hard was because I clearly knew that God wanted me to do it. And even though I'm at a place where I'm solid in my beliefs, I still get sideways. I still feel like quitting. But that's when I focus on myself and the obstacles. And y'all, feelings, they're a great passenger. They're a terrible driver. Aren't they? So I regularly need to check back in and make sure that I'm living on purpose, that I'm aligned with what God wants for me, and that I have intentions behind my efforts. And the world has a funny way. We all move towards what? You guys are smart. And I regularly, because of that, I need to close my eyes and just dream. Just dream about the kids living their version of a fairy tale childhood because of the drop-ins that I chose to do that day. I close my eyes and I dream of that retirement home in the water with Melanie, relaxing by an outdoor fire pit with a glass of wine in our hands. And I need that visual when my day falls apart and I have zero on. One last question I have for you, and I'll close. When is the last time that you dreamed? Or maybe you closed your eyes, just visualized yourself walking into the dealership and writing a check for that dream car? Or about the faces that are going to be at your retirement party thanking you for how you changed their lives through your leadership? Or maybe it's that dream of putting that ring on her finger and just the tears streaming down her face. Or telling your table of single friends as you finish up a beautiful meal that you want the waiter to put it all on your tab because you're paying cash for it tonight. Y'all, you are exactly where you are because you thought yourself here. So to get somewhere else, you have to change your thinking. Thinking about yourself, thinking about expectations, about time, about money, about how you serve, about what you want, what you're building. Life's a precious gift. And without perspective, we tend to wander procrastinate, say, I'll get to it when I grow up, when I get married, when I become a leader, when I retire. I urge you not to do that. I know I can't change your life in a 30-minute speech, but I want to give you hope that the best is ahead of you. It is. And you're not behind. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're not an accident. And I'm proud of you, and everyone else is too. I love each of you. Have a wonderful season.
Man. Give it up for Adam, y'all. Adam Highsmith. Thank you for that passionate, inspiring, well-prepared message, brother. Appreciate that. That was amazing.
All right, y'all. This is the closing now. Couple of announcements. Ground transportation details have been texted to you this morning. So bus departures from the San Marco entrance, which is by the San Marco Cafe on the lobby level. Shuttles depart at 12:30, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and the last shuttle at 5 o'clock.
That's right. Please check your text for your assigned ground transportation time. Grab-and-go lunches are provided after the general session in the foyer. Proceed to Palms Ballroom to collect luggage before your pickup time.
And to help transportation run smoothly, please be ready at your assigned area and time to avoid an early arrival. Because of y'all doing that, it helps keeps departures on schedule.
Yes. Plan to board the bus at least 2 hours before your domestic flight to account for travel and airport check-in.
Travel home safely. We'll see y'all at Sawgrass.
In January. Great week.